Yes, it is.
Now it
Yes,
is.
it is. Are we going in three, two? Hey, everyone. Welcome to the WKN podcast, where we talk about anything and everything four-wheel drive, as well as the going on in our crazy lives. These are our hosts,
Thomas,
Stacy.
Dustin.
and I'm Sylvia, and we are on season 2, episode 11.
11 teen.
11 billion is sometimes what it feels like, but it's great. We do it for you
Yes.
guys, all three of you.
Means there's only 41 left. So
41. No. Dustin's always counting
you only
down.
got 41 episodes left, people. So get it while you can.
No, because remember we didn't do the first. I think we'll only be at 51 because we took off the first week, right?
And then we take off like the last week or
And then we'll
two.
take off the last week or two. Yeah,
Well, we're
so
gonna have
we're
to
like
throw a couple
almost.
more episodes in there because if it's not 52, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I guess we could like double them up. We
Yeah.
could
We
cut
could.
this one in half.
Hey,
We could
next
do
year,
two. We can
next
do two in
year,
invasion.
next year, let's shoot for 365
Oh, yeah, we
podcasts.
could do two in
Oh dear
Invasion. We
God.
could do one in S'more since we're doing a
Yeah,
3-day, three
Yep.
Willens. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
You don't
It
have to
will.
edit that.
It will
Wow.
be. It will be really fun though. Like if we could do like a round table one whenever we're somewhere. Um,
Yeah, let's see. Let's try and do one at S'more.
even next month. Well, even next month after Wheeling with the Wheats, maybe we could like
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
be like, hey guys, want to play on our podcast, please?
Yeah.
we'll do it at the campfire.
I
Well,
know it'll be so awesome. Did you guys
it,
get a spot yet? Have you guys got a place to stay at the end of the month yet? I just did mine. I'm trying to do like one at a
No.
time. So I just did mine in that place where they stayed last time. I
Is
think
it?
they have cabin. I mean, I know you had that hotel that wasn't too far away.
Well, we still got a little bit of time. It's in April, so it's at the end of April.
You have like 6 weeks, I think.
Listen, I just got the one for
The Pusha,
yes,
Oh
but
Pusha
I
shit,
G
for next
haven't
Fest.
got
weekend.
the one for the next weekend,
where the crap is LaPusha?
That's one
It's
in
that
Alabama.
Alabama
Alabama,
Oh,
Montgomery.
Yeah.
invasion or their Jeep Fest in Alabama. We decided to go ahead and go. Jeremy and
But the one
Megan's
for
going. Lefford's
Dial
going,
Dynamics, I haven't got the hotel for that yet.
Oops.
and
Yeah,
that's in
The weekend after, yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
that's in 3 weekends.
yeah. We got
So
like back to back to back trips, so
Yeah. And then you'll have like 2 weeks off and then have
you
the
just
other
need
6.
to get an overlanding deal on Carbon, and you guys can sleep in the
Oh
tent
yeah.
on the above the bed.
Right.
Look at Stacy's
I don't want to
face.
wheel with it. I don't want to wheel with it. It's too heavy.
Well, yeah, but you could do like the cable soft top lips that people do in their garage, and so then you could just pick up your overlanding stuff off the bed, just bloop, lift it up, and
The
then drive out.
weekend that
but
it's
when we're actually
involving,
wheeling,
Hmm.
Oh,
oh
You know
yeah.
what you
yeah,
could
yeah.
do is you could get the kind that has those legs, like the canopy legs, and then we could just drop it off at the campsite with the legs, just like park it
Yeah,
there,
you could
and then
bolt it to
you
the
leave, and
bed.
then you back in, and then
You could
put it
bolt
back
it to
on.
the bed, drive it to the campsite, just unload it and set it there. That's where you'll sleep next to your Jeep, and then drive and then put it back on your Jeep for the drive home.
Or he can just buy me a damn camper.
That too is
That's
better because you know what? I'm getting really sad is that I see all these places
oh,
with buddy spots where you bring two campers and then you share your fire pit and all that stuff. And I
or
don't have any camper buddies.
that's it. I'm just
or
buying a tent. Screw
or
it. I'm
Kathy
buying a
could
tent,
buy
and we're
you
just
a
gonna set
camper.
up a tent, Stacy. We'll just tent it.
That's not very nice. She would like a bathroom.
She
Kathy
can
could
have a
buy you a
bathroom.
camper.
I'll
Thomas don't even have to
get
pay
one of
for it.
those tent
She
bathrooms.
already said she would.
You should have jumped on that.
I know.
Y- Excuse me, Kathy. Can we can
So
we talk about
just
can we get back to talking
run
about
over to
the
the RV place tomorrow and be like, "Hey, mom, uh,
what you
thanks.
doing?
Yeah, I want to
You know,
borrow that. I
help,
want to
yeah,
borrow that
help
checking
help
account."
fund, yeah, help fund our stupidity.
2025. Also, Mom, I'm gonna need a. I'm gonna
I'm doing a GoFundMe for a camper.
Yeah.
and
But see, you don't have to tell
I'm
them.
gonna need the new F-250 to pull it with. So I appreciate that as well.
You don't have to tell. You don't have to tell people in the GoFundMe that you already have a real house. You can make them think that that is the house that you're gonna have to live in. Like, help me get somewhere to stay on weekends whenever
No,
we're doing.
no. We'll keep the lying to the liars because we always tell the truth.
Yeah, we always do tell the truth. We will mess around
It's a
and
joke.
joke,
We're
but
not
yeah,
telling the truth.
we're definitely not. If they
Oh,
don't know by
Yeah,
now,
What
my
if
even
my
is
y'all
the
backdrop
truth,
right
though?
now is just a cardboard box, and I'm using my hotspot on my phone right now.
It's a green screen.
Yeah, that's.
I'm
yeah,
yeah,
our hot mess.
and I'm surprised you don't hear all the freeway noise while I'm living underneath
Right.
while I'm underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If our listeners at this point have not realized our sarcasm,
Yeah.
then they need to start over from the beginning and
Yeah,
try
but
harder.
we always
Start
get
over.
new listeners like every week probably.
We're
So
very sarcastic,
Yeah.
guys. Like we're very, very sarcastic.
what are we up to now, Thomas?
That's what I'm
What's
about to look.
what's the new
But you said
numbers?
something. We are at
Oh,
390, 10 away from
Nice.
400.
that is so
So we
awesome.
need
And we're
110 people to break the 500 mark.
but
Yeah.
also we're
Oh my
only
God. And
like
I was gonna say,
three people away from
We
1,000
can do it.
on Facebook.
Oh,
So
it
awesome.
is true.
why are we not 3 people away from 1,000 on YouTube?
Guys, please
You're
start
right.
liking because I swear that Dustin's gonna start looking and
If
seeing
you if you don't
who
if
has
you
liked
don't
us and
have a
subscribed and
YouTube
who has not.
account, they're free. Just sign one up for your name. Click on White Knuckle Nation, hit subscribe, shut down your account. You don't even just close it
Even
out. You never even
even
have to open YouTube again.
even if you only listen to us on Spotify, just still go to YouTube and
Yeah,
subscribe.
yeah. Sign up for YouTube.
Once we
Look
hit
our channel
500,
up.
I think he'll calm down, but he is into the analytics and he's crazy.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh, we're slap happy because we're super tired too. Why are
Yeah,
we tired, guys? Why are we like,
because of this.
Because we're
yes,
just
and
in.
so much because of this.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, and everything hurts from this, especially trying to wrestle my big old dog. He was not
Dude,
having a
my
fun
left
time.
shoulder hurts from here all the way across down the middle of my back because I had my arm like this trying to hold because she kept trying to jump in the front seat she's like forcing my arm and I'm like using all my strength and
I
the
think I have a
whole side
bruise
of my
back
neck
here.
and my head and like I can barely turn
Same.
my
Well,
I can barely turn my
the
neck left because it hurts so bad.
So have y'all decided this was the last trip Wavy was going on?
We just need to put something so she can't get through. She is
Yes.
completely fine the whole time until we are super like a high,
And we just need to get the net like Steve
the
has
incline she does not like.
to put between the seats so she can't get through there and it
Yeah,
won't
we
be
just
that
need
big
to
a
get a
She'll
deal.
rip through
barrier.
a net. She'll come through a
We're
net.
gonna get those that thick cargo net stuff.
one like what Steve has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the one Steve has. It attaches to the roll bars
Yep.
and then attaches I don't know where it attaches to the floor. We can put it in the seat bolts or something. It don't matter when we go wheeling.
But again, she's completely fine until we get to like 17 or 20 degrees, and then she's not having fun anymore.
Yeah.
But she was fine. She was completely fine sitting in the front seat with me. Doesn't have to sit in the back seat because she's so
Yeah, there was a
big.
picture that you took where Wavy is
Yeah.
between the two seats,
You'll have
the
to
front and the
share.
back seat.
Yes.
And then, but if you look behind Wavy at Dustin, he's like looking
Well,
out the
because she was,
window is like, this
Well, and
sucks.
I hit my head on the speaker box like 4 effing times. and
and she kept
that
squishing
hurt.
Bentley. She
Yeah.
kept squishing
And
Bentley
then she
too.
would
So
jump in the
Oh,
back and then turn around and sit down, and she would literally sit on Bentley in the back seat next to me. And I'm like, dude, you can't sit on Bentley. He's like this big. You're gonna break him with your huge ass.
Well, I know when we stopped
It's
for
fine.
lunch on Sunday, Dustin's like, she ain't coming back.
I was over it by then.
but that is also how he is like every Thursday, we're not going. Or everything, we're not going to that. We're not doing that. We're not
Listen, my head hurt from banging against the speaker box. My shoulder hurts. I can't even turn my neck. So yeah, At that point, I was done with it. After 2 days of wrestling her,
I'm
then
surprised I get
I'm
a
like,
comeback.
she's not coming. That's it.
So what you're
And
saying
he's
is,
like,
Dustin,
she's
you
the
had a blast.
I put my foot.
Best
I
trip
put my foot
ever.
down,
Which
Michael.
one?
My left one.
All of it.
Okay, I'm
She's
about to
coming
send
back.
you something, Sylvia. This might work.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it bulletproof glass? I feel like I need one of those things that the police use. So
Cool.
that I can't get through. Like bulletproof. Are you sending me on Facebook or on
I'm
my
sending it in
cell
our
phone?
messenger with Dustin and Thomas.
Any cop friends that have extra bulletproof glass between
Yeah,
your
we'll take one.
seats? Yeah, we'll take one. We'll make it work.
Just get some heavy
Oh,
duty
maybe, yeah.
plexiglass.
I wonder if that'll be heavy enough though. Like we need something. Is that metal?
It is.
Oh, see that's what I tried to tell Dustin. Also, is that they have
That
that might
mesh,
actually be
because
perfect.
that mesh like Steve has, those squares are like this.
She will
Lady
shove her,
wouldn't be
she'll
able to fit
shove
through
her
them,
face and be like,
but
look.
you
That's
get
what
her
I'm
face
saying.
through it, but that's about it.
But
That would be funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that may
saying,
work.
And this attaches to the headrest is where it basically bolts to.
but I wonder if she tried to get through. I wonder if they make them a little longer so she can't get through the
Oh, where the center
armrest.
console is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would probably need one a little bit longer so it goes down.
Like that's on the
seat.
back
But
seat, so the
something
back seat
similar
doesn't
to it.
have like the gap. Like that's the bench seat one. But
Yeah.
we could take your speaker box out and stick her ass back there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She would hate that. Also, but that's what I was trying to say is that I was almost like, let's just because we brought like the little dog fence that's like a whole bunch of like little fences and I was like, just get one of those and zip tie it to my seat so she can't get through.
Actually, it might not have been
I
a
mean,
bad plan, but
well, I told you that, but you
anyways.
were too mad. But it was fun. But anyway, so yes, what all this happened, we on Friday, on Friday, them on Saturday, drove up and
Go up.
over to Attica, Indiana,
North and then west.
yes, and we got to visit the Badlands in Attica, Indiana, which was the first time, y'all's for real first time, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and it was our first time in a Jeep. We had went on four-wheelers forever ago, but it was 100%
Well, we
different.
were like 17 when we went, so that's been
Yeah.
like 30 years. Like, I mean,
It was a really long time
it's
ago.
basically the first time that we've been there as well.
Yeah.
Because
Well, plus I just don't remember any of that, but I guess with four-wheelers we were only allowed to go. Plus it keeps expanding. Oh, whoa. Careful. Are you
Don't
good?
fall.
Savannah accidentally broke her TV again the other day. Oh yeah, that one might work, Stacey. She broke her TV again. She whacked it on accident, and
for the fly swatter.
thankfully we had an extra one in the basement, so she is just carrying that all up by herself up the stairs. I guess she's gonna it'll be fine. Remember
It'll be fine.
Last week we had to get off here really fast because Savannah was cutting stuff in the garage and we didn't know it. She was trying to fix her rabbit cage and she was cutting boards with the metal chop saw about burned her
Abrasive,
thumb.
the abrasive saw.
And then
And she was looking
then
for a
she
saw. She's like, "Oh, there's one on the floor over in the corner." And she
by the
plugged it
metal.
in. She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "It took her a really long time to cut through this board." And I was like, "Yeah,
Smoke
yeah."
is pouring
Because
everywhere.
you burnt the whole garage is filled with smoke. It's like, dude,
You
just come
burn it up.
ask.
No, it gets better. It gets better. Then she's like, well, then I just used the little hand saw. What are you talking about? The freaking, what is that thing called? The cutoff
The
wheel.
angle grinder with a cutoff wheel to cut the rest of the way through the board.
But then that
And
didn't
again,
work. So then she actually used
another
a regular,
metal type saw.
Yes.
right. It also did not work. So then she found a regular hand saw and she's scary sometimes. It's fine.
Wow.
We definitely thought we were going to
A
have
for
a house
effort.
burned down.
Took the initiative.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, she is her mother's daughter. If I can't, I'm just going to try everything I can until it works.
That's like,
An
I'll
F
help you
in
tomorrow. I can't do it right
productivity,
now
though.
because I've got to get on the podcast. And then she's out there just making do.
Maybe in the basement.
Or do you have any extra please like
I will help you in a minute.
you know where that is?
It may be in the basement. Mm. I'm driving her nuts. You guys hear that, right? I'm on a podcast. She's
Just
asking me
like
crap
cowboy
questions.
butts.
Oh, she does like cowboy butts. It's
I'm
fine.
the
We all do.
priority. Forget about
You've been to
everything else.
PVR twice in
You
the
need to
last 3
answer me.
weeks.
She did go to yes. Help me now. But yeah, so we went down Saturday night because we or Friday night because we were bringing the
Friday night.
camper. And
Yep.
if anybody has watched the news and saw all those horrible storms coming through, thankfully we did not die because my sister, I know my sister lives about not quite an hour from where we were at. And then my dad lives like 2.5 hours. And they had like really bad shit touch down and knock people over. So we're sleeping in our camper in a bazillion mile an hour winds, and it like was it would like shake the whole damn camper. And then I swear I kept hearing those noises and thinking that I was gonna be like that submarine that went too deep and it like pressured
Imploded.
squished. Yeah, I was feeling like that was what was happening, like that weird creaking noise. I'm like, we're gonna implode. It's gonna suck. And they're all
Yeah, I was
passed
sound
out.
asleep. It was
He
fine.
they yeah, him and Scotty and David and Scotty got there later that night and were staying with us to go the next morning. And they drank a couple beers, having a grand old time. So I am asleep till I don't go to sleep till 3 a.m. terrified from these horrible noises. Plus, I can't sleep because I have two men, Dustin next to me, and either Scotty or David. One of them was snoring in the front room, and then Waverly snoring. I'm like, I hate my life. Like, I should go sleep in the Jeep. It's probably safer in the Jeep.
Was it at least in like a rhythm or?
No, and then Scotty, I know it was Scotty that was talking. Scotty was talking in his
Scotty
sleep.
talks in his sleep.
He was cussing, and I was like, "Does he probably? Yeah, he might need a CPAP because that I cuss in my sleep a lot.
I think he said he has a CPAP. He just didn't have nowhere to put it, or he didn't bring. Like you don't even bring yours.
I have nowhere to set it in the camper. There's
Set it on
nowhere to
your
like.
face, right there.
That's where it
I'm gonna
goes.
set this. I'm gonna set
That's
this
where it
on your
goes.
face. Set this on your face, sir. Uh, yeah. So that was fun. But then,
Yeah,
but
we
then
drove
Saturday
down
morning came.
Saturday. We drove down.
Saturday
Let's see.
morning came, and we were alive.
We
For four
left
thirty.
at 4:45 in the morning to head
Mm-hmm.
that way because it's about a 3.5 hour trip for us.
Yeah.
And
And then you guys caught up with.
we ran into
Y'all just meet.
a store. Yeah, we met up with Rich, Nikki, and Michael, and then we all headed up convoy together up there. But we came across the rain and stuff from another storm that was coming through, or that part of that storm that y'all went through, or that went through y'all. But it rained hard for maybe 30 minutes, if that, and then the rest of the time barely sprinkled. We didn't really have any high winds where we on the section we were at. So it was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be for us to come through. So, and then it was what, 70 degrees on Saturday.
Yeah, it was nice.
So yeah, it was a easy, kind of an easy day. We were kind of some of the way that the trails were marked were not quite marked like thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
So we ended up on the same road like 3 or 4 different times.
I feel like both days were pretty easy, honestly. Like there's really not a whole
Second
That's
day
what
lot.
was
we've
definitely
been
a lot
to.
more fun because of
Yeah.
the addition, even though it was parallel to an easier, or
Yeah.
basically it'd be a
Yeah.
bypass in a
The Blue
sense.
Trail, I
Yeah.
really like the Blue Trail.
If it wasn't so cold, I would have liked to have, because it was like, so we go from 70 degrees to 30 degrees and snowing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But I would have liked to have, especially on some of those short sections, got out and videotaped everybody going through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually
I
recorded,
know
but it
we
was just
really,
too cold.
again, I feel like in the winter months our videos stink a little bit because it's
That's why
spitting
everybody
snow.
moves out west and does YouTube.
Yeah,
because-
and raining, and it stinks because you're like, I would love to get out here and take videos, but I am miserable.
I was refusing to get out.
Gotta do it for the gram.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was thankfully we had a bunch of people, so we got some content and some stuff, just kind of everybody pulling together. So that was awesome.
So next time when we go to a s'more, like I was watching it was like a Great American Crawl video the other day, and the way that they did it was like they videoed obviously the Jeeps doing the obstacles or whatever, but then they also did like an interview with all the people that were on the trail with them. So then it'd be like,
Oh yeah.
like, hey, Stacy, like, what's your
Yeah.
name? What do you drive? And then it'd be you just like sitting there at the beginning, and it'd show a picture of your Jeep, and you telling about your rig, and then it would cut to like while you're voicing, it would cut to like your video doing part of the trail, and then like
Oh, that's cool.
then somebody else would be like, oh well, like I'm Thomas, I drive Carbon, and it's a 2021 Gladiator and blah blah, and then it shows you like going through like a different part of the trail, and then like they kind of all intertwine back and forth. With
Oh,
pretty neat
nice.
video.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you guys so
You have to
you
share it
can
to us, yeah.
watch it. But it was just something that I'd never really seen before. I think it
Well, it's funny
was
because I just
it was their Badlands video, so I was trying to find Badlands content to maybe see like what kind of trails would be good to do out there or whatever before we went. And it was a Great American Crawl that they did out there, and that was the then they also did one on Widowmaker in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I
nice.
mean, they have them all over, but yeah, I'll send you one.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that park
Maybe
is
we can try that next month.
definitely small
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and
compared
then
to what
that's again,
compared to what we're used to.
I know, and not to be like, because I don't ever want to discredit someone else thinking that something is hard, because we all have different levels, and then like what we might think is hard, someone else might not, and then what they think hard, we might not. So I never want to be like, okay, this park sucks. But again, kind of compared to some of the stuff that we've done, the hard level, I don't feel like was in a couple spots was it, but it definitely wasn't. I feel like we should have went there first. I feel like there's a lot of these parks that we should have maybe went to early in our wheeling, so we would enjoy them a little bit more than now. Whenever we're like, oh well, we're used to being on 2 or 3 wheels, and
Well,
But
and
again,
their biggest
I
thing,
yeah, go
the
ahead.
biggest thing
Sorry.
for that park is the sand dunes, really.
yeah,
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing, which was pretty cool. There was some nice a lot of it's a lot of uphill climbs, downhill
yeah,
breakover climbs. Like I said, the second day we hit a lot more of the harder stuff
yeah.
than we did the first day. The first day was more so just because of the
First day
bigger
was
group
easy
that we
ride.
had,
Second
just
day,
trying to keep it easy as possible, or not necessarily easy as possible, but didn't want anybody to get too far out of their comfort zone, whatnot. Just
yeah.
several of us, it was our first time there, just to get a feel
Mhm.
for the park and how things were set up. But
I
second day
thought
was definitely
I
a
thought on
lot
the
better.
second day, like whenever we were going up those big hills, and there was like a couple of them where they had almost poured concrete like all the way
That was
down
cool.
the
Almost no,
trail.
it was poured
Yeah, I
concrete.
mean they just like had the concrete truck up at the top and
It
just
looked like
dumped it down
lava.
like a
It looked like
it
lava
looked
that
like
had
yeah,
dried.
but like it was grippy as crap. Like you could just it was snowing that day, and you're just like, "Nah." I told her I was like, I bet this is what Moab is like because
Yeah,
you're
maybe.
like, you know, 28 degrees, let's like climbing up this concrete hill, like no tire
Not
slippage at
slipping at
all.
all.
Yeah, it's just like driving straight up, and then you're at the top. Like it wasn't nothing to it. It
We
was pretty
lucked
cool.
out too. I feel like we lucked out too because when I was planning the routes, of course, because we've never been there, and I'm trying to get information, I'm messaging people on Facebook that I know go there, and they're like, "Yeah, there's not really, we don't really have a route. It's just kind of all." And they were not joking when they were talking about like them all being intertwined. So the first part of day one, I was incredibly stressed out because I just was like, I don't even know where the heck I'm going, and I'm trying to follow my own map, and their intertwining is very, very difficult
Arrow is pointing
to
all
figure out.
kinds of different directions, and
Yeah,
you don't
so
know like where
the
to turn.
second half I feel like was better, and then Sunday morning when we started going to the harder stuff, I feel like we really lucked out with Christian, because
Yeah,
that
because he
was his
goes
day
there a
off, and he
lot.
and
So
he goes there a lot. So whenever he was able to catch up with us, and then I was like, look, I'm kind of over leading this right now because I don't know where the hell we're going. Because it's not like any other. I feel like at Windrock, anybody can lead because you just follow the trail, and it's very easy. But whenever there's 3 forks and 2 of them are to the right barely, and you have no idea which the hell one you're supposed to go on, and you always pick the wrong one. It was my whole life this weekend. And now
Yeah.
poor Scotty was just like, I think that was it. I'm like, was it? Like, I'm not sure. And I gotta back my big butt up. I'm like, help me.
And then we
Help.
find out, yeah, if we just would have went a little more to the right, we would have.
Yeah, that was crazy. We would have been
Yeah,
been
trying
there.
to find a
And where
quarry, I was
we were
like,
where you were trying to go was actually
yeah.
the exit.
The exit, yeah. That's what's crazy.
It's
If we
the
would have
actual
just went to
exit.
the top of that thing at the lake and just went right instead of going left, then we'd have been there. Like that would have
Yeah.
been it.
Yeah.
I was so stressed out because I was like, I don't understand because the map is showing that this is where it's at, and I can't
Yeah,
get
I think
there.
Onyx or somebody really needs to
The park
There,
remap
worker,
that.
the park worker said that he's trying to get it added to Onyx, an actual route to the quarry. And
But can't you
because
just
the
like
quarries were
submit
on
a
the first
route to
update.
Onyx though? Be like,
Yeah.
hey, here's a
Yeah.
trail, like put this in your system
Yeah.
or whatever, or
well, for parks, they have to get permission from the park to be able to do it
oh, I see.
because of the park itself. But if it was like going through Daniel Boone and something wasn't marked, as long as you do pictures and some other stuff, then you can
Yeah.
upload it and send it, and then they'll add it as long as it meets their criteria to add a
Mhm.
route.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
Because
but
that
at
that was the
parks you
whole
have to have
thing.
permission, and there's some other logistical stuff that you have to go through
So the
with the
guy said
park
he's
itself.
working on getting it literally like a route to the quarry because he says that so many people that
Mhm.
aren't from there have the same issue. But again, you know how I am is I have things planned out, and if things don't go the way that I'm wanting them to go, I try to be flexible. But on the outside, I'm being flexible. But on the inside, I'm losing my shit. And I feel like the losing my shit on the inside was not even. I couldn't even control it to the inside because I'm like, if we don't get to this damn quarry, I'm going to lose my mind because that's where I wanted. Oh, I was like, we're going to eat a quarry, and we're going to. No, we were not. We were driving around for 3 hours having no clue where the hell we were in the smallest park ever. Like, how are we lost here? Like, I
Well,
don't
But
yeah,
understand.
I
the
will
big
say for
issue is just oh, go
how
ahead, Dustin.
small the park is, like there was a lot of different trails
Yeah.
to do. Like they have them, like we said, intertwined, but even though they may overlap some, they're still all different trails. So, we
Yeah,
rode for a
like
day and a half
one,
there and
There was definitely a
basically
lot
did
of
everything, but
different.
we didn't do any of this.
you could have one trail right here, and literally 8 feet to your left is a different trail.
The
And
only
this is all like
trail, the only trail I think we did multiple times is that outskirt
the
one that
yellow
we
one.
won like 15
Yeah.
times. Where
Yeah, well,
Well, I
because we
took
were
us on a ton
lost,
of
and that
times.
was like the main route to get back to the
yeah,
front. So,
I was like this close to crying that morning, and I'm like, it's fine. No one else has been here either, so they don't even know that this is a disaster. You know how I am.
right.
I just wanted to cry. I'm like, just don't
It's
even talk to
fine.
me. I'm mad. I don't know what's happening.
But the
And
one
Michael's so sweet because I'm like, I'm sorry, this sucks. This sucks so bad. He's like, I'm having a great time. And then I was like, you know what? Again, Sylvia, get out of your head. This is fine. It is what it is.
just have fun with it. That's it. But yeah,
Yeah.
what was good about it though is there were harder lines as well as offshoots that you could run parallel, and it
Yeah.
wasn't as stressful
Yeah.
or trying on your vehicle depending on the route, or you may not have been able to just because your vehicle didn't have a big enough tires or lift.
Yeah. Because we did blue first. Yeah. So the blue on the second day, heck, just going down that one little rock ravine was kind of nuts. So,
yeah.
and then didn't you say that
Everybody but
David had
one
a,
person went down it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Arthur, well, I mean, Arthur, I don't, is he on 33s or 35s? And I
His
think
His
he's
is
is
just
his is stock, I think.
his is straight
like,
stop.
Straight
so is
stock,
that
bone stock.
31s? I don't know what stock wheels are. 31s or
I don't
33s.
remember
They're
honestly.
between
Arthur,
31s and
Arthur, if you
33s.
watch this, put your stuff below because we don't know. So either 30, yeah, 30, but he's bone
31s or
stock.
33s.
He
31s or 33s.
he did the bypass there, but that's the only bypass he took. Where
I
there was
think
a
so,
couple
yeah.
of other people did bypasses other places, and he didn't.
That
So
was smart. That was probably smart for him to do
yeah,
that bypass. He actually commented on one of my videos that the way that I had ramped up this picture hill right here. He's like, that's how I felt in that little rock garden. And I'm thinking, I bet you did. Like being
Mhm.
low,
Yeah,
I bet
so it says a stock JL is a 33-inch tire. It's a 285 70 17.
and I think he was
I
a
think it was
Rubicon
a
though.
JL.
Yeah,
So
I think so. I'm pretty sure it was a JL. I think it was
Yeah,
Rubicon.
his was a sport though. I think his was a sport.
Oh, it was a sport, not so he didn't have
I think
lockers
his is a
either.
sport. Yeah,
I didn't realize he didn't have lockers. Okay, and
yeah, I
then
He
so
believe his
Brooks
was a
drove
had
it.
the
sport.
Rubicon. He
Yeah, but
drove
he drove
fine.
it. He drove it.
Yeah, he
No,
drove
he
great.
did really good. I was
That's
actually impressed.
another thing is that there's so many people that are like, oh, we really want to come out with you guys, but my Jeep's not good. Yeah, it's a Jeep. Of course, if it's got 4-wheel drive, bring it. I spoke with a guy the other day. He's got that Liberty that he's been having some issues with it, so he hasn't made it back out. But he had sent me a message and was like, oh my gosh, I got the frame fixed. I still have an oil leak, but hopefully I'll be out soon. And then he was just kind of saying, but I don't want to, I kind of don't want to ride with you guys because I don't want to hold anybody up or ruin someone's day. And I'm like, dude,
You're not
like
gonna ruin our
the
day.
days, no, I'm like, again, that's why we did Saturday for like kind of easier, hopefully stock friendly. But I'm like, we planned that, like that whole day. If we did something and we didn't have requirements for the ride, I expect the smallest Jeep to show up and still have a good, and I'm fine with that. Now, if I say you have to have 37s, a winch, lockers, blah, 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 and then you show up, yeah, you're not coming because I plan on tearing stuff up that day and I don't want to
Yeah, there's
babysit.
criteria that we need to make sure that everybody
Yeah,
can make it
that's
through without any
so
problems
exactly. But
a
I'm like, no,
stock
or
if
as
there's no
little problem as
criteria,
possible.
yeah, I'm like, if there's no criteria, then come on because your Jeep is very capable. If it's very capable.
We'll get you through it. I mean, look,
Mhm.
Christian popped two beads on his
I
tires.
know.
But hey, we got a tire guy with us. So
I
10
know.
minutes, we had both of them done.
Two tire
Also,
change in 15 minutes, less
It
than
was
like
15
we were
yeah,
in
minutes.
minutes.
Or
he's
at
like
least it seemed
NASCAR
like
crew
15
out there.
minutes.
10 minutes.
so I
Dominic
do
had them
think
changed
that
in 10 minutes.
It was quick.
I was telling Dustin, but then I got sidetracked and forgot about Thomas's air up thing. But I was telling him how Dominic was like knee deep in ice cold water, and but I feel like Christian must have done that a time or two because he was
Yeah.
like he
Oh,
wasn't
he
even
was
he's like
quick. Like
yeah,
as soon as it popped, he was like, "Crap!" And then
the other one
got his
popped.
winch hooked up so we could get out of the hole that he was in. And then as soon as he starts coming up, his driver's side hit a rock and popped that bead. And he's like, I could just see it in his face, like, "Are you kidding me right now?" But as soon as he got leveled ground, he jumped
He was
out,
fine.
started yanking his tire off,
Yep, like
popped his
immediately.
back open, pulled out his jack, and then handed it to me. I was like, "Christian, let me help you." And because he literally just took off and just
He
started
yeah, like
going.
like he
We're
wasn't
just
gonna wait
standing
on
there
anybody
like,
to help.
okay.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I'd be
"Give me
like,
that." And then
help me,
Dominic runs up
please.
and takes it from me. And then Dominic's already over there jacking it
Yep.
up while Christian's pulling the tire off. And then we get that tire taken off, and then pop my hood, hook my ARB hose up, and then we reseat the tire so that
Uh-huh.
that could go on the so that could go back on the passenger side, and the spare tire
Yep.
went on the driver's side because he did bend that rim a little bit.
Bent that. Yeah, but you guys said you thought it may hold, but we just weren't even gonna mess with it.
Yeah, it was better just to go ahead and change it, and then he can fix it later. But
Yeah.
he actually said he's gonna try and make our s'more trip.
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Yeah, that's
exciting.
cool.
That's so exciting. I missed that.
Uh,
Well,
Yeah,
I
side
missed
he
the
note,
said
whole
he's
half.
gonna try
real
and make it.
quick.
He said hopefully he has beadlocks by then, but either
Y'all
way,
missed a really good trail. Y'all did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but they shut off the water at our camper and we had to
Yeah.
flush the
Yeah.
they
yeah,
gave
no.
us 25-minute notice.
Yeah.
25 minutes.
And
I
then
got
y'all
the
had to get all the way back to the trailer from the back of
yeah,
the
and
park.
I went there and of course I went the wrong way at first.
We ended up down on the other side of the parking lot where that giant water hole was.
Oh, yeah.
There's
We went
no
down
out.
there and they were like, "Well, surely we can get no, you can't get to the parking lot. You're
No,
literally right next to
there's
the
only
road.
really one
So we had
way
to
to
go
get to the
back up
parking
the
lot.
hill, like all the way back around. It took us basically 15 minutes to get to the camper. So we had 10 minutes. He was walking by, they were driving by in their little go-kart Ranger deal. Like, hey, we're shutting everything down. I had just shut the water off. I had just finished flushing out the tank, and then the people across from me were like, "No, don't shut it off yet. I see like 5 more minutes."
And
Like,
it
Well,
was
we would
only
have been back a
36
lot sooner.
degrees.
I know. I
Yeah.
don't know why they were
Yeah.
shutting it off so early. They're just like, we're shutting it down.
Well, we
I
would
Uh,
have
mean
been back.
it sucked. Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah,
did
well,
suck. Stock
we would have been
JL
back sooner,
Sport
but
is 31.
is it? Yeah.
31.5 is what it says, is what it works out
That's
to be.
what I
So
thought.
I don't know if he had a Rubicon or a Sport. I don't
I
remember.
don't think his was. I think his was just a sport. I
Yeah.
don't remember seeing Rubicon on it, but it could be. I
Anyway,
don't remember though.
back to the campsite deal. Yeah.
But we
Give a
would have been
brother a
back a
heads
lot
up
sooner.
like at 2 hours
Yeah.
at
Well, Scotty
least.
decided
Even
to
an
go the wrong
hour,
way.
25 is not enough time.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's just not. So yeah, so we had to. Did you see that little tiny hole that I made myself fit out of on that damn trail too? It was not fun. I felt
Which
like I
one?
was giving birth to myself.
Well, Christian had took
When
us
I was
up,
like, okay,
started
we
on
have
that
to
trail, and
go.
we got the text, and then we had to take a left like through this little bitty,
Oh,
but it was
yeah,
it was
yeah.
overgrown and
Yeah, I did not fit well, but I had to get onto that trail right then. So it didn't matter. I had to go. Because we were traumatized from in Alabama whenever the water got shut off and we didn't know with the frozen, and then it was like horrible, and we did not want to have to drive home with yucky stuff in our thing. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
there we go. Yeah, his is a
Sahara.
sport.
Yeah.
Sahara.
So
So
yeah.
that has one locker though, right? A Sahara
Uh-uh.
doesn't that have like
Mm-mm.
it doesn't have any lockers?
no, I
Does
think
the Willis have a locker?
The Willis has a
Okay.
rear, I think.
Is the Sahara just kind of nicer in the inside? I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Yeah,
leather
it's a
seats,
little
Install.
nicer. It's a
little
little nicer
fancier.
setup than just a regular base
One of the
sport.
few pictures that I took.
It's a good picture.
Yeah.
It's a nice picture. Very, very nice picture. But yeah, so we did miss that trail. But then we also missed, yeah, because then I'm like texting Scotty and them, I'm like, hey guys, like I don't want to be like a butt, but we've been done for like half an hour. Because you're like, okay, we're just gonna Scotty's like, I'm gonna go for just a couple more minutes. I'm like, okay, but we have all their stuff in our camper. And then we're like, okay, well, now we're like we've been sitting here for half an hour, no one's answering. So then I call, and then we find out that Rich got a little turtled and they thought he broke his drive shaft. And I was like, oh, dang.
I knew they didn't break his drive shaft. I knew
And then
he
texted,
just got high centered.
so I texted, is he going to make it out? No response. I
None of us
actually
in
did
the
not get,
vehicles.
We were all
no,
outside the
no,
vehicles and didn't have our
no, no,
phones.
no. David, I guess, texted me back, but I didn't get it until 9 o'clock last night.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's too
So,
funny.
so I'm like, dude, like, what do you guys want to like? Because we don't want to leave if he's going to be stuck. So it's funny because as we're like, okay, well, I mean, I don't know what to do at this point. Rich pulls into our campsite, and I'm looking. I'm like, is that Rich? It looks like Rich. And I was like, oh, well, good to see that you're not broken. No one's answering me. We're just assuming that you're gonna have to live here now.
Yeah. I asked her, like, is it a front or a rear light? And how did he break
I'm
a
like,
drive
I don't
shaft?
know.
Like, I
No
don't
one
understand that.
said. Yeah.
No, what had happened is the way he turtled, I think there was some brush or something sticking out from the ground and the drive shaft was rubbing on it. So he didn't know what that feeling or sound was. But
Yeah.
when I watched him try to go over, I was like, no, the transfer case skid, it was basically sitting on the transfer case skid.
Well,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So it was basically like 2X.
We knew when we went over, he was gonna turtle. Like we
Yeah.
knew it as soon as
Yeah,
Thomas
because I
went
scraped
over.
as soon as I went over. I was
Well,
dragging belly.
Well, when he
I
has
was
those
like,
free
they're
Rich is
wheels
gonna
on
going to
there, you
drag
don't have
turtle.
to
belly
worry
on
about
this one.
that.
Yeah.
what but also what you're saying about noises is he's still new, so I feel like once I feel like we're hearing terrible noises and we're like, it's fine, it's nothing, But whenever you're still kind of new, anything sounds like your
It
whole
sounds a lot worse than
bottom
it
is
is.
falling off. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like escaping
I
control
honestly
arms on
don't even
rocks
get
and stuff.
concerned. I literally don't even get if
Oh
I
yeah,
hit something really
mine
hard.
creaks and pops.
Yeah, I'm like, if I
It's
hit
those
something really hard,
it's those
and
high
then
pitch sparking tings that you
Scraping
really want to worry
noises.
about. Those are the ones you want to worry about. Scraping
Lose
sounds.
complete parts, will for half a day and not know about it.
yeah,
John.
right, John. Well, I know, but hell, even that, the whip pop breaking. Whose was that? Whose whip broke?
That
Or
was
not whip? Their
the
flag.
that was
Whose flag?
who was that? I think that was who was in the other gladiator.
The other gladiator.
No.
That was Todd. It broke
Todd.
yesterday. Someone's broke yesterday.
The
While we
No.
were still there, and
the
it sounded
first
like
day.
that.
Was it Bruce's
No.
that broke yesterday?
I
Was the
didn't think
first part
anybody
of the
broke their
day.
flag on
I didn't.
I
Yeah,
swear
not
someone
on
said
Sunday.
they
It was
broke their
just
Sunday.
flag.
Saturday. It was Saturday the flag
Saturday.
broke. It wasn't Sunday.
Oh, I thought it was yesterday.
No, it was
But
Saturday.
that was loud. Like if that would have been a noise underneath my Jeep, I'd been like, ooh, because that sounds like
Yeah,
a
I
break.
didn't hear
I
it.
don't know
We
what
didn't
was
hear it where we
broken,
were
but
at.
We didn't hear it either.
it
I didn't hear
I
it.
did hear it. It sounds
Well,
like
I didn't hear it. I
you
was in
know
the
I'm
back
deaf
seat.
other than certain like tones. I can hear certain tones and I can hear it. It sounds like a bone break. I was
Too
like,
funny.
oh yeah.
Well, Rich wouldn't have got turtled if Scotty wouldn't have gone the wrong way from that little park area. He
Went like
instead of going out to the right as we were leaving out of it, like we did when we went to have lunch on Saturday,
Yeah.
he went left. So I was like, okay, maybe he knows a different than. And then we get halfway down, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I went the wrong way." I was like, "Yeah, Scotty, we should have went the other way. I thought you knew something I didn't know." And then
It's fine.
Christian jumped out front, and then that's how Rich got turtled.
Then Christian went down a hill. Then we went, and that's where we got turtled. Yeah, I think if we would have stayed on the outside, it would have been
yeah,
fine. But we went down and then went back up, and I think he was still
but
playing.
nothing was broken at all, right?
Yeah.
It was just
No,
okay.
no. He just high centered,
Yeah.
which as soon as I went over it, I was like, yeah, Rich is gonna get stuck.
This is coming. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
happening.
But he did make a
had the
valiant
winch.
effort. He
Yeah.
tried. He
Yeah.
tried.
He's all.
Well,
I mean, he doesn't have a lift on yet, so it's still a
No.
factory height as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing
I
he
was
had
really
was
surprised at his
37s.
37s. Yeah, did he have spacers on those or no?
Mm-mm.
No.
He didn't put the spacers on it.
when
He
he
took
posted the
fenders off.
picture, the first one that he sent with the 37s, it looked like there's like this much room on the back of the fin. Like I was worried whenever I made the comment about the spacers, I was like, he's gonna turn left and he's gonna rip his freaking fender off. Like it's this far, but it could have just been the angle that the picture was taken at.
Yeah.
I was like, it's
Yeah,
taking
there
up
was a
all
couple of
kinds of room.
times that one of the brackets that he's eventually going to completely, well, the
Like the
fender, the
ones that
two
hold
different
the
fender
two
brackets,
at the
the two
top.
that would hold the fender, he cut one down, but he was using parts of those too, though, to hold the inner fender in because he modified the factory inner fender. So at
Mm.
least it covered everything up, the engine
Yeah.
bay up, so it wouldn't be as, so it wouldn't get as, or it wasn't as open,
Dirty.
so it wouldn't get as
Yeah.
muddy.
Yep.
So, but he had used part of those two clips to help hold the fender together, so it didn't fall off. And he used duct tape too to tape up additional holes and stuff. It was funny. But there was at one point I saw where he did rub on that clip,
Yeah.
where the tire did rub. But other than that, no, he had no rubbing issues. Me, on the other hand, even
Right.
after gutting the inner fenders or the rest of the factory innards off, I didn't break any clips. I think I broke one clip. But no, it was still eating on that inner fender or the inside of the factory fender. So I'm ready for those next ventures to hurry up and get here so I can get those put on.
That
Did you
one.
get the
Then I
inners
won't
for
have to
those
worry
too?
about it. No, I just got, well, because I have the Motobuilt Highline inners.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So
Yeah, you do.
I didn't get those inners because the
I keep
Motobuilt ones are
rubbing on
supposed to
my
be
inner
good.
ones.
Well, I think part of
That's
your
the
issue is your
here's the
wheel offset.
backspace.
You don't have
Yeah.
a big enough, even though you have the spacers on it, it's not wide enough.
Still not enough.
It's still not
Well,
enough.
what's that? My
Because you're
tons will
rubbing a
hopefully
lot
push
more,
me
but
up.
I'm still rubbing on mine, even with the 3.5-inch backspace.
Yeah, we even added the extra inch of bump stop. I was thinking because it didn't look like it was rubbing much, but it seemed to make no difference. So I don't understand
Yeah.
like how there's more bump stop up there and it's still
Because I still have a ton of like up travel. So like I have more than the 4 inch. I have a lot.
too much.
Well, I'm rubbing on the inner fenders also still. I've rubbed a couple
Yeah.
spots, and on the driver's side, up against the bottom corner of the fender, or I guess the frame, the body piece. So
Oh,
it'd
yeah.
be the second piece, the small piece of the inner fender, because it's a two-piece inner. So that little piece,
Yeah.
I'm about this much where it's rubbing at certain steering angles. It's
Wow.
rubbing on that. So I'm
You
gonna
gotta
have
add
to
those spacers back in.
I'm gonna have to trim. I'm not. I'm just gonna
Gosh, he'll
trim.
never fit between the damn trees. He's so wide
I
already.
know, right? I'm just going to trim because Motobill did send a template and did say you may have to trim some of this body paneling off.
Hmm.
So I'm just going to trim a little bit, and then I'll probably have to
Oh, you're talking about
some nut
where the
strips
fender comes down this way in the
at the
back.
bottom end.
Yeah.
Yep. There's that little bitty tab that kind of sticks out.
Yes. Yep.
And that's where it's rubbing just on the inside of that tab.
Okay. I thought you were talking about like on the inside closest to the frame where it sort of
No.
flattens
But
out back there.
I did see some scuff marks on the frame too.
Yeah.
Their tires rubbing on
Because
the
one of
frame.
the JL Rubicon and the JT, they're what, 68 and a halfs?
We're gonna
Yeah.
have to go up
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have
So
to go up.
Well,
even with the
then-
back spacing, you're still not going to be as wide as a 1-ton axle. So I throw them spacers back on there and run it.
No, I know the fix. I need to get axles.
Right. But in the meantime, you have spacers that are sitting in your garage floor that will work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're over at Rich's right now because he was going to
Oh,
use
well,
them if he needed them.
okay. Yeah.
But still, yeah.
Well, run over to Rich's and grab them and throw those dudes back on before we go on the next
Rich,
trip.
bring them Thursday. Except this doesn't air
Bring them
till
in
Friday.
2 Thursdays. There's not a meet this
I'll
week.
probably see him this weekend.
Right?
So
There's one this Thursday. Yeah. There's one
This Thursday? I thought the
yeah,
one
there's a
was
meet
last
Thursday.
Thursday.
It's at a burger place, burgers and wings.
Yeah, like Angels hamburgers or something. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Are we back to doing every week again then?
Not yet. But last week was the South Louisville one. We just couldn't
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
I know, but I thought they were.
That South of Louisville is once a month right now, and then so it's
Oh,
still
okay.
3 a month. Yeah, instead of
All
5.
right. I was thinking there was South of Louisville once a month and then regular Louisville once a month. So twice, like 2 meets a month, but I didn't realize it was 3. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the summer it's usually 5.
Yeah, I
So
think
South of Louisville,
well,
some weeks is
there's a
unless,
meeting
unless
coming
they
up,
can
I think,
start.
that Voodoo's going to discuss a lot of stuff. So
Yeah. Anyway, so yes.
but yeah, there's
lots of times to see it.
Thursday's meets at Little Angels Burgers and Wings.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
It's
Hikes Point or something. She said Hikes
I don't
Point in
know.
the thing. I think the address on the first thing was
It
wrong.
looks like
but
it's about 34 miles from my house.
it should be right down the street from us. Like
Little
10 minutes.
Angels?
Oh no, it's 45 miles from us.
Be at their new location in Hikes Point. I will update the location, the address.
Yeah, and I don't know if she's done it yet.
3941 Central Avenue.
Okay,
Where is
that's
that at?
not right. I think it's the Galen that
Is
or
it the
something.
Galen Drive?
I think it would be Galen Drive, not Central, because Central's like either
Yeah, it says Galen Drive on the
yeah.
Well,
events.
when I search Hikes Point, it's on the Mutual Bypass. It's
Okay,
over by
that's
our
it.
house. Down by it's literally like right across the street from the Shriners place.
Central
6
Where
Mile
did-
Lane.
Oh shoot. Okay, so it's right there. It's 2 miles from our house.
Yeah, it's off of 6 Mile Lane and the Lean run basically change over together.
Well, right, but that's not the
Storybrook
Hikes.
Drive.
That's not the Hikes Point.
But that's the J
That's the
Town
J
one.
Town.
Yeah.
That's
So
where
you remember
So
where
that's
we
what she
did
did.
the?
that's the address that's on the
That's not the right address, Thomas.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
She hasn't put the right address yet.
No.
She didn't.
Remember we
don't
did
have to put
the
the wrong place.
Coastairs place where we did the car show. What was the car show?
Those Shriners special?
Oh, okay.
I know, but it was toys for.
No, I don't
Oh.
remember actually. It's coming up again soon though. I just don't remember the name.
Anyways, that big parking lot where David had the sound
Sproutlings.
thing set up.
Sproutlings.
Sproutlings. It's
Yeah,
literally
Sproutlings.
right next to Sproutlings.
Nice.
And they have let's see, they have 8 parking spots.
We'll probably just park it. I don't know where. We can stack. It'll be great.
We'll make our own parking spot.
Yeah. 8.
Stacy and I can park right here, and then Thomas can grow up on parking so we don't have fenders. Ooh, Thomas, maybe while Rich doesn't have fenders, he'll let us stack on him.
Oh yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Back in August of 24, it used to be the Puff and Joy Central Smoke Shop.
Smoke them if you got
Yeah.
them. All right.
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 All right.
All right, so back to Badlands. What was your favorite part? Like what was your favorite obstacle that you got to do? Or a favorite, yeah, area?
Uh, I don't. Hmm. So on the first day when we found those those rock obstacles that were
The
just
At the
kind of
quarry.
quarry.
right there in this, yeah, that was right there in the dune area that was just kind of tucked away. The first one and the second one we did. Um, we didn't really do much we didn't really mess around or anything like y'all were doing at the Purgatory.
Hmm.
Um, we were just kind of doing photo shoots and stuff in that area. But
Yeah.
then on the other side that we saw, and just messing around and went on that rock face on that back corner. I hit 38 degrees of pitch, and of course I couldn't climb up it. It was just spinning, and
Yeah.
I didn't feel comfortable trying to bump it. But then when I was backing down it, literally my bumper turned into a shovel, and
Yeah.
I shoveled a bunch of
You have
dirt.
to send a picture because I think that you have a picture of
Yeah,
that.
David took pictures of it, where I'd shoveled, and then Stacy, because of the backup camera, I had to take a picture of the backup camera to watch as it was shoveling the dirt. It was kind of funny. So yeah,
Nice.
I'll get Stacy to we'll send you that picture.
Yeah,
And
that's
David,
funny.
I think, posted in our Facebook on our Facebook group
Okay.
the picture of where the hole was actually dug out. And then the second day, um, when we were just crawling through the rocks down the trails, when we finally found some actual
Yeah.
real rock
Thanks,
trail,
Christian. We
yeah,
appreciate you.
and that's where we feel comfortable and I like doing. Um,
Yeah.
and realistically, when we have to get out of the vehicles for whatever reason, regardless if it's to guide somebody through an obstacle or to do a repair or fix, that's what I really like doing.
Yeah.
Where some people it'll stress them out. Where why do we have to get out to do this, or why does somebody have to get winched or stuck? But no, I
It's just
actually
part of it. Yeah.
I have fun doing that.
I did
When
not get
everybody
out a
else is
lot.
stressed and freaking out, I'm running
Yeah.
cable, grabbing stuff, and
Yeah.
hooking
Just do what
people
you
up
gotta do.
and running.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My heel, like my freaking, it is so hard. After I've been driving, especially now, I'm like, it hurts to get out and walk. Like it takes me a while to get. I'm thinking yesterday on my way home because I had to drive in my. You know how your heel touches the thing. I'm like, I may need to go get this damn thing X-rayed. I really just thought that
Maybe.
it was that what's that thing that you get? What's it called?
A heel spur?
Where no, it's the other thing where and you like tape it and they make special like orthotics. I forgot what it's called, but I thought it was
Plantar
that
fasciitis.
plantar fasciitis. I thought it was that, but I don't know.
No,
I think that
that's on
That
the main bottom of your foot, not your heel.
yeah, but I thought it was my whole bottom of my foot. But now everything else doesn't
It
hurt
could be
except
something
my
with your
heel.
Achilles too.
I don't know. I don't know, but I'm a really afraid. I hope I didn't break my heel because I had a broken left foot for 6 weeks before I finally went and got it, and this hurts worse than it did. So
Oh, Stacey got the ditch parking going. Nice.
yeah, I
It's
mean we're
not a
in
ditch.
Jeeps. Why not?
It's not a ditch. It's all flat.
As long as it's not super wet and we just are careful getting in and
Yeah.
out, I'm sure they'll be
No, he
fine.
gave us permission to park there. It
Oh,
was,
okay.
Nice.
he hasn't put it out in the chat yet though.
Yeah.
Like
Sweet.
he sent
But
us
yeah,
videos
so
and everything.
that's what Scotty, he was like, why are you, when we got back Saturday night to the camper, and he's like, why are you walking? Like, I'm like, dude, my foot hurts so bad. He's like, well, that makes sense
Bless
why
you.
you weren't
Thank
out
you.
very much today. And I'm like, no, because when I got out, it hurt to walk. So I hope that I hope I didn't break my stupid foot, but we'll see. We'll see. Stacey, what was your favorite part of of this weekend?
Staying inside the Jeep where it was warm. I don't
It was
know,
warm
because
Saturday.
Saturday I was napping. So
Oh my gosh, yeah. Let me hit that little story real quick because I'm glad Stacy said something. So, of course, going through the dunes, I'm probably doing like 30, 40 miles an hour in some of the sections just because of how soft my suspension is. And we're just like, just felt like we were in the ocean, just kind of floating. And Stacy's over there going, I'm asleep. But the obstacle where it had the high bank and the tree was right there, and y'all hit
Yeah.
some crazy roll angle.
ow.
Well, well, everybody, of course, we were all the way in the back. We were the last ones. And so, yeah, Stacy was passed out. Well, we were sitting for a while, and I'm just sitting there, and then I end up waking up. I fell asleep too, sitting over there. I don't know how long I was out, but I was like, "Whoa!" I just
We're
fell
like two
asleep too. And
trailers. Where
about
did
that time,
Thomas go?
I saw Nikki jump out of her Jeep, but she had to pee. So I was like, "All right, I'll just go back to sleep while she's out doing her thing."
That's so funny.
And, but yeah, so I watched Rich as he went around it, and I was like, you know what? As much time as we spent in that one section, just because of how high that bank was, and with that tree being right there, I said, David, what's on? Is that just straight through right there to the right? He's like, oh yeah. So I was like, screw this bank. I just went straight through there. I was like, why didn't we just do that? Forget this
Right?
bank. I've already got a cracked roof on the driver's side. I'm not cracking my roof on the passenger side over some high bank obstacle. It really,
Yeah, I feel
I
like
was like,
they
oh.
were really sort of designed for side by side, so you can kind of rip through their, the
It was
high
Yeah.
bank and the
it
high
was
speed turns.
definitely geared for side by
Yeah.
side and not for a Jeep, a full size Jeep to go through. Rich made it through okay, but David and I think Bruce were pushing on his Jeep so that to push him off of that
Oh
tree so he
wow.
didn't touch it.
Which is crazy because
So
Jennifer, the tallest one of anybody, just she made it through in her Gladiator with no issues at all. Like she just like, okay, I'm just gonna drive around it, and then she did an awesome job.
yeah, I didn't. I of course I was so
I
far
didn't have
back I
any
couldn't see
problems.
anybody.
I just don't go as high up on the bank as a lot of people do because I'm so tall. I'm afraid my roof will hit. So I like to just literally hit whatever the obstacle is with my tire. So that way I just kind of kick out from it. Because Scotty kept saying, you have plenty of room, go up higher. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Because if I slip and slide down, I'm going to crunch the whole side of my Jeep. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
If anything that I have learned from Windrock 16, I mean, I feel like that
Brother, take
trail
a
made
mirror
me
out.
so much better of a driver. Yeah, and I'm like, I use my tires as bumpers.
Yep.
Yep.
Like, nope, I will hit my tire and I will bump off of it because at least I know I'm not going to slide down and hit it. So, I mean, there was areas that my roof was like this far from the tree, but it was straight, and I knew that I wasn't going over
Yeah.
and thunking it at all. Because I'm still traumatized from when that happened to you, Thomas, like where you're just
Yeah.
fighting and next thing you know, you crash and then your whole roof breaks off. I didn't like that day.
Within the first hour.
I will say
Yeah.
you broke your whole roof off in our front yard, so there's that.
It's true. That is
Shut
true.
up, jerk.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too concerned about that angle and the way that was set up, but we had sat there for so long. Hell, I fell asleep. We were sitting there too long.
Well,
So I was
because I
like,
think it took
screw
everybody so
this.
long
I'm
to
not
get
going to
through.
waste
Yeah.
any more time sitting here. Because, I mean, it wasn't anything real extravagant. It was just a high bank up against a tree. And I was like, screw this. I'm just going
Just
straight
keep on
through.
going.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I know that
Let's go.
Dustin,
We were just
there's
so
probably only
tired.
one side. Yeah, that one we again because I went to bed at 3 o'clock and then had to wake up at. Do we wake up at six or
It
six?
was
It was something
I don't
stupid.
remember.
it was about
It wasn't enough.
10:30 that night that Stacy and I finally crawled into bed Friday night. And then we're up at I was up at 3 o'clock to start
Yeah,
getting
it was
stuff ready to
11
go.
something. It was 11 something because we sat up and played cards for a little bit. But it, mm. And Jennifer just kept saying, "You just look so tired." I'm like, "Girl, I
Yeah.
am tired.
Busted.
Like I am so tired."
That's probably why you
I
were
don't even know
stressed a
what to
little
do.
bit too, because you were just so
Oh,
tired
it
as well.
absolutely was. I was so tired, and then of course things weren't going the way they were supposed to, and the weather sucked, and then it decided that it was, it's gonna rain in 50 minutes and it's going to be 92%, and then it does not rain. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine.
Yes,
But,
I was much better Sunday after I had slept. But on that place where Christian had popped his tires, and he's like, "Oh, if we take a right here, we can get on that trail." And I went down over that, and Dustin was not thrilled because he was in the back seat, and I guess where he must have
where he
slid.
slid down into.
Yeah, so I went up
Did you
high enough
stay
that
high on it, or did you stay
stayed,
high?
I
So
stayed
you hugged
high.
that tree to the left.
I told you I used my tires as bumpers. So yeah, because I wasn't interested in going down that hole.
Christian
So,
did it.
Christian
yeah,
didn't
so
stay
no,
high.
I stayed super
Arthur
high.
Arthur stayed high, and then Christian stayed
Yeah.
just below that, and then that's when he got all
When I was
crazy.
high, because I was so high.
Oh, it was stupid.
That it went both, and then Dustin was like,
I was back there in the back right seat, and it fell down, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
really
It's a pretty
different.
bad
It's really
drop.
different in the back seat.
Well,
Yeah,
and I didn't
I'll say
realize
that.
because we kept going straight. We stayed straight because I wanted to go
Yeah.
through those rocks because y'all had already passed it. So I was going
Yeah.
through those little rocks, so it was straight. And I didn't realize how much of a drop that was until Christian fell into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was funny though because when he was he had to try to back up, and then he actually just pivoted and just sunk down in the hole as he was pivoting. Like, well, you're going the right direction, and then the
Yeah.
front tire popped.
Make sure to send us a picture of that, because I didn't even have my phone when I went back. But that's what I was telling.
I'll
That's
have
why
to
I'm
go
like,
back and look. We didn't actually get pictures, but I know I
Your
can't
GoPro.
remember if my front GoPro was going when he went through that to begin with.
Okay.
But I know I had started it after we got out to get him recovered out.
Just even to take pictures of the area. But that's what I was telling Dustin. I'm like,
And I'll
I
just pull him
literally
off
have.
GoPro.
I'm like, I have no idea where the hole is that they're talking about. Because I'm trying to imagine it. But I guess because I went up so high, I wasn't in
You
my
weren't in
head. I
it.
guess I wasn't thinking about someone not going high either. But again, everybody wheels differently. What they're
And it wasn't,
like.
and it was
Well,
just,
not
it wasn't an
everybody.
actual hole. It was actually another path
Yeah,
to
like
come
like
through.
an entrance to the
It was
trail.
another
Right.
entrance exit.
Yeah.
But there was
And
only
that
like 3 or
dirt was
4 of us
really
that
loose
actually
there
had to
too.
turn left. Because Thomas was back there, and then I think a few people kept going straight. Christian was
Yeah,
tailing at that point.
Yeah, Christian was the last one to turn.
Christian and Rich. Rich went straight, but Rich stayed on the bypass all the way down. But Bruce was behind me, so after we got Christian out, I went across, and then I helped Bruce get across, and then Rich just kept going on the bypass. But then there were 2 big rocks in the middle of that bypass that I had to help Rich get over and he drug. Oh, it was funny. I wish I would have got a video. I didn't expect it to happen. But after we got up over it, he drug belly. But then as the front came off the rocks as he was dragging, the back end came off the ground completely. Both rear tires were off the ground. Yeah. I was like,
That's
man, I
awesome.
wish I would have had a picture or video of that.
That's crazy.
It was funny.
We're gonna have to get
laughing.
those Ray-Ban camera glasses. That way they're just
The
always on.
sunglasses, the cameras. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be so much better.
I've
I
seen
did
them.
order one of those things that you got so it came in today that I'll be able to put my 360 with the
Oh, for the
wrappy thing.
GoPro? Or
I mean,
for
I don't know if it's
the
the same
camera
brand,
mount?
but I just Googled it and it seems fine. So that's going to hopefully be helpful instead of me trying to put it on my fender and always falling off.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it
but no,
worked out pretty good. I was kind of going back through looking at some of the videos on my phone. So
did it
I
hold
mean,
it pretty steady?
yeah, from what I could tell, it did pretty good. Going through the rocks and stuff, I didn't actually look at any of those yet. On the second day, I didn't really look at those. It was just the first day I was looking at. So, and I forgot my laptop charger, so I was still working. I was working. Well, one, I was downloading pictures off of Stacy's camera and off of Michael's camera, and then also I was working on a video, trying to get it fixed after I messed up some pieces of it. Don't know how, but when you work in 8 to 10 hours on a video, uh, every once in a while save and duplicate so that if you have to go back and yeah, I didn't do
Are
that.
you gonna start all over?
Well, not start over, but
Pretty much.
I'm having to move clips because somehow they got separated.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they got separated. So I got to move.
Well, the
I gotta
CapCut's
move
supposed
some
to like
clips
auto
around.
save.
It auto saves, but
but
the auto saved the mess ups.
Yeah,
uh,
it was pretty bad.
there's probably got to be
Oh,
there's probably a
gotcha.
previous version saved somewhere, unless it
Well,
auto
and
saves over the original
tried
auto
to,
save.
because as long as you're running it, you can always backspace, right? To
Yeah.
whatever action you did previous, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
back up to that next one. I did over 210 backspaces and it still didn't fix it.
Dang.
Hey,
Yeah, I did over 210 different actions to try and figure out where it moved and it didn't. So I was like, screw this. And then I got sick on the next
At
day.
that
So
point, it might.
I think I was so upset that I got sick on Saturday because
But
of
at
it.
that point, like it might be easier to just start all over again. Like she said,
that's
just
what I'm
upload them
No,
all together. They're all in the same
no.
time frame. Because whenever
So
I did that, like with her camera and then the inside and then the one, like it's easier to try and like pick out clips and insert them. You insert all of them, and then the ones you don't want, then you cut it
delete.
and
Well,
delete
the
it
problem, the way I'm
as you
doing this
go.
one, it's when when I did Widowmaker for the meet and greet.
Yeah,
So literally I'm taking three different video angles and then trying to line them up so you're not just looking at one side through the whole thing where it
gotcha.
bounces between different sides during the process. So of course you've got to sync them all. So that's the hard part and then clip them to where you want which camera angle you want to show next. So,
Right.
and then somehow those camera angles got off the way I clipped it
Mm,
because I'm using audio also from all three different ones. So the audio is running together. So you have to make sure that
Yeah, but why would you use
the
audio
sounds
from
you
three different
so you can
ones?
hear what's going on at the three different locations at the same time.
Oh,
So
I
like
see.
for inside the cab, you really can't hear what's going on the outside. But then when one camera's on the left side and when another camera's on the right side, so whatever you hear on the right side, you're not going to hear that on the camera on the left side or the
right.
camera on the inside.
Right. I see.
So
That
like
makes sense.
when we went up because you were riding with me, and when we got up over the waterfall, of course, when Mark said, "Hey," when we were like, "Hey, that's the Gladiator line," because he didn't know that that was the Gladiator line or not, and
Right.
then you can hear what me and you say on the inside as well as what everybody's saying on the outside.
Uh, yeah,
So you can hear what's going
that's a
on
lot of
all around
editing.
it. So yeah. So it's going to be roughly about 14 minutes. And on that Friday, I'd worked on it, what, 8, 9 hours and
Wow.
still not done with it. Yeah.
That's a lot.
It says how long. Well,
So
okay.
if we don't get 500 subscribers from that video, that's a bullshit.
Well,
Like and
check this out.
subscribe, people.
So last podcast. So when y'all are giving me Tweety birds, that section of Tweety Bird, it wasn't even what, it was barely a minute and a half, 2 minutes long, if
oh my
that.
gosh.
Just
It took
blur
me
the whole section.
5 hours to edit that
Because
Yeah.
he's
for two
OCD,
minutes.
okay? He's
Yeah.
For two
Yeah. Okay.
minutes.
So anybody who has not actually met Thomas in real life, we both have ADD. I happen to have ADHD. I want to hurry up and get this done and get it the hell out of here. Go, go, go. And because if I don't do it right now, I'm not going to finish it later. Thomas is that I get time blind and I'm going to work on this one thing until it's absolutely perfect, even if it takes me 16 years.
Yep.
And look, it's done. So
100%.
he can't, if it's not perfect, he can't see anything but the mistake. Can we tell him the little bitty thing that about last week that we said to just leave it and then you just couldn't deal with it? I knew you couldn't.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I'm like, Justin, why did you even tell him? So
I almost didn't. Like, I read it and I was like, no.
I woke him
And I was
up,
like,
guys.
yeah.
I woke him
She
up.
woke me
Nice.
up.
so
She woke me up showing the picture. And I'm like, what are you
yeah,
showing?
so he just
Oh, how did I do that?
yeah, he put postcast instead of podcast. And I was like, just leave it because maybe people will be like, hey, he's not wrong. And, algorithm, whatever. And again, because I don't care that much. And I was like, how long do you think? Because I don't know if Thomas is going to be able to let this go. And
It,
then, yeah, whenever I saw
it was
that,
like an hour later. She showed me the picture. She's like, "Look, he fixed it already." I
yeah,
was
he
like,
fixed
"Ah."
it. You couldn't even deal with it. But that's just how your brain is wired. You can't, if you
The,
just
the
can't,
the
like, that's
hard
all
part
you can think
is for
about
me
is the
to
wrong thing until you fix it. It's just how you
the
are.
hard part for me is to get started. But
Yeah.
once I get started, I'm not
She ain't
stopping.
stopping.
You're in the
Now,
zone.
see, I can get started so fast, but if I lose momentum or if I get bored, then I'm done, and that's like a problem.
No, I get
That's
hyper
why
focused.
I
Once I get
have to
started,
go
I get
super
hyper
fast.
focused.
I have to go fast, and I have to just do it. And if it's a little bit wrong sometimes, and it's not like crazy wrong, but again, I don't even edit my photos or my shit. I just send it. So there's that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of the of photos and videos. Yeah. So
Oh, everyone already knows I'm terrible at it.
me and try on the Widowmaker. Yeah. Your sections of cell phone into GoPro.
Leave
I had
it. It's
to
funny.
I had to clip it. Nope, I had to clip it. There's some of
Send
them
it to me.
you're gonna
Send it to
see
me. I'll
just
I'll put it up.
you're gonna see just a corner of the cell phone, so it'll be like this. But then you'll see this, and then it clips to another side, another angle.
Send them to me. I'll post them. I don't even care.
I'll post those as
at least
reels.
send us
Hey,
a picture.
well,
Yeah,
I'll
next
post them as
month,
reels.
next month, then we'll have an opportunity
I'll
to get
try. Yeah, I'll
take
try better.
Sylvia's cell phone away and just give her your GoPro only, or Stacy. Stacy can walk backwards with the GoPro like this.
You can't tell me though that because Dustin wasn't out of the Jeep, so I had to record for the his videos too. So two hands trying to walk back. It was yeah.
I got
That's
the
why I said I'm gonna have
same
to wear
thing.
one.
I thought I was doing good by mounting my phone to the camera,
Oh no, did it not work
recording.
out?
Oh, it
Then
did.
he
It
looks
did.
at the
You just
very
had to
first
make some
one and he's like,
adjustments.
"You need to tilt that better. It's tilted the wrong way. You need." And I'm like, "Dude, you're lucky you got any video."
Yeah, I see, and I wouldn't even care because honestly, if I was watching that, I would notice it, but I wouldn't care. Like I don't think I'd be like the comments is probably super distracting. To me, like people recording have their damn finger half in front of it. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm paying attention to what's being recorded over there. But I
Yeah,
understand
Hey, how do you know that was a finger?
because I noticed
but
it. I
but
just doesn't affect
when you
me not
when you
being able
see
to
the
pay attention.
GoPro and then you actually see this in the GoPro, it's
It was just like different. It was
Yeah, she's GoPro on the video
depth.
screen that's taken on her
Yeah,
phone.
it's depth.
so
It's
you're
kind of
seeing
yeah.
this right here in the
It's picture
GoPro.
in picture,
So
Thomas.
oh, is
That's
that what it is?
advanced.
Picture in
It's advanced
picture.
technology. Right.
Right. Thanks for trying, Sylvia. I won't ask you to do it again.
We appreciate you,
I did say
Sylvia.
thank you.
Yeah.
I did say thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks for
nothing.
nothing.
But
But either get it right or don't do it. But again, like I said, it'd probably be better if I was like literally wearing like a little helmet with one, and that way it would just be. I don't know really what to do.
no, because
I
you
just
couldn't
can't.
do a helmet with the camera on it because you would get
It'd be
nothing
like
but
this.
left and right, up and down, up and down.
That's true too.
You need to get one of those bulletproof vests with all the little hooks, and you can go like hook one. You can hook like 4 cameras.
No, because it wouldn't help. Because when I had my phone like this, my boot
It's
shot
gonna
would
be right
go
there.
straight.
You gotta do up here, and
So
then
what you need is, of
you need is
course,
one
a
camera.
mount, and then have another mount on top of that mount, or
Oh,
like Bullet Point has a dual where you can have 2 different cameras
Okay, well,
on the
Thomas,
same stick.
how about you get that, and then if you
I
want
do
me to
have it.
record, you make sure you hand that one to me.
so you had it this whole time. You just didn't let her use it.
Yeah.
No,
What the hell?
it's a mount for the Bullet Point to go
You know,
inside
like
your
at
vehicle.
Jeep Invasion
No,
with
no,
the
no.
DS18 truck, and it has the speakers that like curve all out like that as they go higher. So you could get one camera and there'd be like a whole slew of cameras, and you're just like walking with it.
But if we figure something out like that, like how Stacy's camera, like that would probably be better if you wanted me to record for you as well. Something that I'm also trying to record because I don't know how else to do it.
Hey, you build those bicycles at Target, so we need a bicycle handlebar,
Yes.
and then we could get tube mounts for the top thing and put all kinds of different cameras on it. She could walk around like
Yeah.
this.
Like this.
Yeah,
Her arms would
like
get
she's
tired.
like she's riding a bike, but then all the cameras will be up there.
Thomas, my arms are up like this 8 hours a day. I
Yeah.
got like
She got those hairdresser shoulders.
good. Or Stacy can get me a boppy from Target and I could like put on top my boobs and then I can hold my arms up with the boppy.
You are cracking me up.
I don't know. This bike came in with no handlebars. Sorry, just one in the box. Send it back to corporate.
Weird, crazy. Oh goodness, we're gonna try better next month. It'll be great.
Yeah,
I am excited.
That's what we always say. We're gonna
right.
do better. We're gonna do better.
We got some. We're gonna do
Our
better.
videos now are better than the first
They were.
videos we uploaded.
This is true.
They're getting there.
Yeah.
It just takes forever, at least for me anyway.
Yeah.
But you like the lightsabers that I did? And Dustin, I gave you the hula minions.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
That's why it takes you 6 hours, Thomas. Hula minions
100%.
and lightsabers.
It's funny.
And the Tweety bird jumped from Sylvia's hand to Stacy's hands, and then back to
passing
Sylvia.
Yeah, passing the Tweety birds.
That'd be funny. Like if we had like this and then we had like a racket. And
Putting Tweety birds up. That's like
There you go. So
15.
Stacy, I just pushed it to you. You got to catch it.
What? Sorry.
You just got to
No,
know.
I said
You just
that
got
I
to
was
know
putting
what
my
side
finger
of
up.
the screen you're on, Sylvia. To Dustin's.
no. It's going to be a swirl. I'm going to go like this, and then it's going to come to you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I need like a tornado where it like leaves your finger and then lands on Stacy's. Really, what's going to happen is I'm going to blur out Sylvia and Stacy's screens, and you'll be able to hear their voice. You'll only see mine and Thomas' face.
Just blur from the neck down.
You can just see their eyes.
Oh yeah, just put up a brick wall like Wilson.
Yeah. I'll just
Just all
slowly
you can
start
see is
building
rain.
them in brick by brick as the video goes, and then at the end it'll just be the top of their heads. It's fine.
Whatever.
Everything's fine.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm
they're gonna
definitely
reach over the
excited.
wall.
Definitely excited about the next major trip we do with the Wheats. We haven't been with them since November, so that'll be fun. And then we'll have ours. That's again the invite only. That it's got like higher vehicle requirements, and
Yeah,
then
definitely. I think in the 37s and above, and winch and
I think
a bunch of
37.
stuff.
Yeah, and then they have to have the group stay about where it's at now, just because of when you are doing that higher level stuff and you have more than 50, it sucks.
Well, and our Hollywood passes should still be good because they're a year
I think
pass,
so.
so we shouldn't have to buy another pass.
I can't remember. I don't remember where we
Yeah, I
bought
don't-
them.
Well, if we got them
remember.
in, it was
No, we
November,
did. We bought
right?
it. We had to buy them in November.
Yeah,
But
so yeah.
Did we redo the annual then?
We didn't buy them
No,
in
we
November.
didn't buy them.
Oh, y'all
Ours was
didn't
so
get the
good in
annual. I
November.
think I went ahead and got the annual.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we didn't have to have it because the $50 counted for that day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, I went ahead and
whenever
got
you
it.
sign up for the thing, then that includes your entry fee to the park. So
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
But
know.
you may have got both.
I think I went ahead and got it. I went ahead and bought it. Oh no, wait. I take that back. It was it that time I bought it? No, it wasn't the. I'm trying to think now. I'll have to look and see.
I think ours is expired because
I don't think it was.
ours
No, it
at
wasn't.
like
I already-
Memorial Day or something.
If I remember, I already had it before the Wheats ride.
Yeah, maybe it was Memorial Day weekend whenever you went, and Savannah graduated, so I didn't get to go.
It was because Sunday we went with Sam.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that's when I bought it.
So
So May
Saturday,
it'll expire.
because Sunday I was there, Saturday I wasn't there. Right?
So May
Yes.
it'll expire.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so yeah, y'all
so
weren't
it'll
there
be good.
Saturday.
So it'll be good still. But
Yeah.
yeah, but then we're gonna do the Sunday ride, and I figure we'll just kind of see who decides to show up on what we end up doing. But I would hope, I guess we need to discuss that too on what our requirements are for that ride. Like at least 33s, 35s or something. A winch would be nice.
Probably 35s. I would say at least
35s and a
35s.
winch. Hands
Yeah.
down. I know we're gonna get into some stuff.
So we need to kind of figure that out. And then and if you're like Scotty or something, you run 33s and you then send us a message and we'll decide,
Yeah.
like, okay, like Scott, we count Scotty 33s as 40s.
Yeah.
But hell, he might have his bigger tires. I don't know if he'll have bigger tires by then or not. I guess he could run yours again if Rich isn't using them.
For who? Scotty? Oh, Scotty.
Yeah. But
maybe, yeah.
When's
If I don't
Rich's
have
stuff
sold
coming
them.
in?
The last week of the month is when they're supposed to be working on it. They're not going to work on it this coming
oh,
weekend
not
like originally planned because
so you were
Patrick
not even
had
going to
some
be there
stuff come
either.
up. No,
No,
because
so
we're
you
going to
won't
be
be,
in
yeah, and we won't,
Alabama.
and we
Oh,
can't.
so like the
We can't either 'cause
29th?
that's our garage thing.
Yeah.
That's our
Dominic
garage.
will probably go over there to help if he's at least on Sunday. If he's not working Saturday, he'll go over there to help. But then
Yeah,
I've already talked to Rich and Patrick on for videos to get
yeah.
how
And
to
Scotty and David were supposed to help us with our garage, so I don't know if they'll be able to go help that or not.
yeah, because y'all are doing your garage that weekend also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they doing both week or both days, or is it just gonna be a one day? Do you know?
It will be Saturday, Sunday, us tearing it down and replacing it, and then they're coming in Monday, so it has to be done by Monday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna come Friday and take the door out. Then we got to move the header up, and then
They got all that brick.
And then they'll come in and
Brick back.
finish the
then they're
door.
gonna come in and put the new door
It's
in.
gonna be like a 4-day. It'll be a 4-day
Yeah.
thing. 3 days without a
Whatcha?
garage door, which sucks, but that's what it is.
What are you doing, Diesel? Diesel's like right underneath me. He's like all twisted.
So, okay, so we already kind of talked about some of the things we have coming up. I'm trying to think if anything else. You guys are going to Alabama. We're doing a garage. We need to try to figure out where you guys are staying for the April thing too.
I told you we're staying in a tent.
Yeah. And then how is S'more like literally only 2 months away? That's so fast.
Yeah.
It's fast. At least we know our air conditioning and our heat works really well in the camper since we had to do both of those this weekend.
Time flies when you're as old as we are.
It's true. So hopefully for S'more and stuff, it'll be, yeah. Because that's 7 hours from here, is that right?
Something like that, yeah. 7, 8 hours. At least
It's a
for
long
let's
way.
see. Yeah. And we're staying with John. Hopefully Amy can make it this time. Hopefully they'll get their stuff straight.
Yeah, because they again, these dang kids.
It
All their
Dang
is
schools.
7 hours and 25 minutes from my house. 468 miles.
7 hours, 1 minute from my house. 440 miles.
Oh, nice.
You're closer.
Because we're headed
Yeah,
west
because
and
you're
we're
headed. Yeah,
closer
Yeah.
west.
we gotta go south to E-Town to go west.
Yep.
Nice.
At least that's the way it's having this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna have you go through Lynchfield.
Yep.
Yep.
Paducah,
Yep.
Poplar Bluff,
65 is gonna suck.
Mountain View.
Yep. Interstate
Right, then-
69.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
And that's pretty much all the way there, I believe.
Nice.
And then it goes on to Highway 60. It jumps
60,
off the.
yeah.
Oh, we jump on 57. Oh yeah,
69 to
62.
24,
Forward
then
to yeah. I'm having to back up now.
62,
Well,
then 60.
69 and 24 run together,
Yeah.
and
It's
then
only
and then
it's really only
62.
20, 24 and 69 from like
It's literally staying basically the
Eddyville
same
to Calumet
way,
City,
same
basically.
road. It's
Yeah.
not
Did you
the
guys take
angle
off
is straight
Thursday?
across, but the highways change. What's that?
Did you guys take off that Thursday so you can leave fairly early? I knew that we were supposed to get there Thursday and then we're gonna wheel Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Mhm.
right? Come home Monday. Yeah. I just didn't know what time you guys were thinking
For
about.
Memorial.
Stacy's off that weekend or off that
Oh
Thursday. Should
yeah,
be
I'm
off on
taking off.
Thursday. So
I've
you're
got it
taking
marked Thursday through Monday.
yeah,
What time's your check-in? Do you know?
probably 3 o'clock ish or so. I'll have
So if
to
we left by like 9 or 10, then it would be good.
hold on. Let me see if I can. If it says John will know because he's the one that reserved it.
Yeah. So we won't have to leave at the butt crack like we did for Pennsylvania. So that's good.
No, but the Airbnb that they originally requested, that I guess they're no longer using that Airbnb, so we got changed to another one.
We
It's
got
actually an
upgraded.
upgrade. It's actually an
We got
upgrade
upgraded.
Hey,
That's nice.
for the same price. No change.
So are you hopefully like in a real bed now, not a
Yeah,
trundle?
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The room though is set up as a bunk bed, but almost like the cabin we were in, Stacy. It has like a queen, the bottom bed's a queen, and then the
Yeah.
top that's a single, a twin.
So does it sleep 5 instead of just 4?
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
Good deal.
Yep. Oh, and it has a trundle. I'm looking at it right now.
Nice.
So it's a bunk bed with a trundle. So actually it
There's
sleeps more
4
than
in that
5.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's it looks like it's actually a full
Like a full one trundle.
it's a full twin or a full bunk bed with a trundle.
Nice.
So realistically, you can sleep
Could
six
sleep 6
people in that
maybe.
one room, technically.
Yeah. All kinds of fun happening up in there. Nuh-uh.
And if
Y'all
Amy
better
don't
all have
go,
your
John
CPAPs.
may,
I ain't dealing with this.
and if Amy doesn't end up going, John may take the other room. I don't know. So that
Yeah.
we could have the bigger room. I don't know. It's whatever they want to do. It doesn't matter to us.
Yeah.
We'll sleep anywhere.
Except in a
Yep.
tent.
I'll sleep in a tent. I don't
Right,
care.
Stacy?
Stacy ain't sleeping in tent.
I know she ain't.
Stacy will
She already
sleep in a
said
Maybe in
tent.
May.
She-
Maybe in May
will.
because it's not that yucky out in May.
I will,
I
but
mean,
not
I ain't
for
sleeping
my
in a
car.
tent. I'm not interested.
I've slept in tents my whole life.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that. No, thank you. So I bought a camper.
Well, in the camper y'all are, or the spot where y'all are staying at for the Wheats ride, it's in that same area that they were this last year, right? For the meet and greet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
those showers and bathroom area was really nice.
It's nice. Yeah, you can, and it says you can technically, if you ask up there, you can throw a tent on any of those spots for $10. Like you can add a tent to if there's room for $10. I mean, I don't know that you really actually want to stay in a tent, but I mean, you're more than welcome to.
We'll figure it out. We got
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I think there's
We got a
still
few days.
places to stay. Yeah.
We got a few days. I mean, depending on who all goes, we may all try to maybe get a cabin that's not too far.
Right now, yeah, I think right now there's cabins still.
What was that place called we just booked at? Bear or
Four
something?
guys.
Four
guys.
guys?
What is it?
Oh, yeah.
Park.
Four guys. It's kind of like
Four-
Five Guys, except minus
Four
one guy.
guys.
4 guys RV park.
Is it FO or is it the number?
Yeah, I got you.
FOUR. So we got you remember
Four guys
where
campground.
yeah, Jen and them they were in that very first spot. And then caddy corner to them was Stacy and I can't remember the kid's name, Copperhead. That's the one that we requested. So as long as nothing crazy happens, that should be the one we get. They said that They said that every once in a while you might not get the one that you requested exactly, but they have to give you the same. So I know that we'll be in that
Something
bottom.
equivalent to.
Yeah, I know we'll be in that bottom thing, supposedly.
Oh, you can rent campers too.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Camping rentals, cabin rentals.
Yep.
You can rent a camper.
That's what
Yep.
it says.
Oh, that's fun.
150.
I wish I would have known that. We could have done a buddy site.
Starting at 150 a night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rent an RV. There it is.
Well, depending on how many people could stay in there, that might not be that bad.
You can rent a drivable one, Thomas.
Yeah, we're in number 47, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah, they got cabin rentals also.
Yeah, nice.
And you can rent golf carts.
And Callie's
we'll look at it.
campground is right down the road, but I don't think that they have cabins. I think they only have spots. Like I think they only have camper or
Yeah.
tent spots. I don't think that they have.
Yeah. Do
They
we?
had,
Who all from our group was going for that? Do we remember?
from
'Cause I
our
know
normal
besides
people, I think.
us,
Not well for the Wheats
For
thing.
the
The
Weeds
only
ride, I think it's
person-
only us.
is it?
It's
Okay.
us, and I think Scotty was invited.
Was Scotty coming too?
He was invited. I don't know if he was coming,
Okay.
but he was on the invite. I know.
Okay.
And I think everybody else is planning on coming Sunday. So if they all come
Okay.
Saturday night.
I mean, it's not that far to travel for.
Oh, they could literally just
doubtful.
come up for the day if they
I
wanted.
mean,
Yeah.
we've done it. We've done it
Yeah.
multiple times. So
Multiple times, yeah. But just because we're doing a 2-day, I didn't feel like driving back. And I want to use my camper as much as I can because I like it.
no, I understand that
Um,
for sure. You got it. Might as well use it.
yeah.
Like the boat. See, at least we're thinking the same thing. Anyway, we got a boat for sale.
Okay.
If anybody wants one of those, hit me up.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a great boat.
We're
Anyway,
going on about an hour and a half.
No one wants a boat.
Hour 45.
Yeah.
We've been on about an
I
hour
think
and a
we're
half.
done.
Hour 45.
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to say. Is I can't think of anything else other than those. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So
So
yeah,
it looks like we're going to wrap it up, guys. So
wrap
again,
it up.
wrap it up like leftovers, throw it in the fridge. Okay. Saran wrap like our Christmas tree.
Right.
Anyway. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Do all that fun
share,
stuff.
Tell your friends, comment below, do all the things, help our algorithm. Because
And
once
our
we-
almost 1,000 people on our events page on
Yeah,
Facebook.
on Facebook, make sure you
Subscribe to our
like
YouTube.
that. And subscribe to our YouTube.
Hey,
share
make
videos.
some fake YouTube accounts and subscribe with those too. Like you don't have to be just one. Let's
Multiple
go.
accounts.
Totally fine. Help
You
us
make
out.
account. You making an account. You make an account.
But anyway, so same time, same place. We will see you next week.
Later.
Bye,
Later.
guys.